In the bustling city of Capernaum, where life pulsed with the energy of 1,000 stories, there lived a man named Gaius. He wasn't just any man, he was a centurion, a commander of 100 Roman soldiers. His presence was one of authority, his voice a command that echoed with the might of the Roman Empire. Men respected him, and many feared him. Yet, beneath the polished armor and the stern exterior, Gaius carried a heavy heart. His most trusted servant, a young man he regarded almost as a son, lay paralyzed at home. Gripped by terrible suffering, doctors had come and gone, their remedies proving useless against the relentless affliction. Despair began to settle over the Centurion's household like a thick fog. Gaius, a man used to being in control, found himself powerless. He had faced down enemies on the battlefield, led his men through chaos and danger, but this silent enemy in his own home was one he could not defeat. One sun-drenched afternoon, whispers of a different kind of power reached Gaius's ears. People spoke of a teacher from Nazareth, a man named Jesus, who performed wonders. They said he could heal the sick with just a touch or a word. Hope, a fragile and unfamiliar feeling, flickered within the centurion's heart. Could this be the answer? He was a Roman, a man of a different people, a different faith. Would this Jewish teacher even listen to him? Putting aside his pride and his doubts, Gaius set out to find Jesus. He walked through the crowded streets, his uniform parting the sea of people. He found Jesus surrounded by a large crowd, teaching with a quiet authority that Gaius had never witnessed before. It was not the authority of a sword or a shield, but something far more profound. As Gaius approached, a hush fell over the crowd. What did a Roman centurion want with their teacher? Gaius stopped before Jesus, his gaze steady, his voice filled with a desperate plea. "Lord," he began, the word feeling foreign on his tongue, "my servant is at home, paralyzed and in terrible agony." He laid his vulnerability bare for all to see, a powerful soldier asking for help. Jesus looked at Gaius, his eyes filled with a compassion that saw past the uniform, straight into the man's worried heart. "I will go and heal him," Jesus said simply, ready to walk with him. But Gaius held up a hand, stopping him. What he said next stunned everyone who was listening. "Lord, I am not worthy to have you come under my roof." The crowd murmured in disbelief. A Roman centurion, a man of immense power, declaring himself unworthy, Gaius continued, his voice resonating with conviction. "Just say the word from where you are, and my servant will be healed." He drew on his own experience, his own understanding of authority. "I also am a man under authority, with soldiers under me. I say to one, 'Go,' and he goes, and to another, 'Come,' and he comes. And to my servant, 'Do this,' and he does it." He was explaining that he understood true power. It didn't require physical presence. It was about command, about the inherent authority in a word. He recognized that the power Jesus held was so immense, so absolute, that distance was no barrier. A single command, spoken from right there in the street, would be enough. Jesus was amazed. He turned to the crowd, his expression filled with wonder. "I tell you the truth," he declared. "I have not found anyone in all of Israel with such great faith." He looked back at the centurion, a man from a foreign land, a soldier of an occupying force, who had demonstrated a belief so pure and so profound that it surpassed anything he had seen. This was faith that didn't need to see to believe. It was a trust that was complete and unwavering. Then Jesus spoke the words the centurion had longed to hear. "Go back home," he said to Gaius, "because you have believed. It has been done for you." Gaius didn't ask for proof. He didn't hesitate. He simply nodded, a wave of relief washing over him. He turned and walked away, his steps now light, his heart filled not with hope, but with certainty. He had placed his trust in a power greater than any he had ever known, and he knew, with every fiber of his being, that his request had been granted. As he journeyed back through the city, the world seemed brighter. The sun felt warmer on his face. He arrived at his home and was met at the door by his other servants. Their faces were not filled with sorrow, but with joy and astonishment. They rushed to him, their words tumbling out in excitement. "Master, it's a miracle!" they exclaimed. "He is healed. He's up and walking." Gaius felt a calm settle over him. He asked them, what time did he begin to get better? They thought for a moment, then replied, "Yesterday, at the 7th hour, the fever left him." The centurion's heart leaped. He knew that was the exact moment. The very hour he had stood before Jesus. The very instant the teacher had spoken the word. It happened just as he had believed it would. His servant, who had been on the brink of death, was now completely well, restored not by a touch, but by a word spoken from afar, carried on the wings of an incredible faith. The story of the centurion is more than just a tale of a miraculous healing. It's a powerful testament to the nature of true faith. It's about believing without seeing. It's about recognizing authority and trusting in it completely. The centurion, a man of war and worldly power, understood a spiritual truth that many others missed. He showed us that faith is not about who you are, where you come from, or what status you hold. It's about the state of your heart and the depth of your trust. His story echoes through the centuries, a timeless reminder that sometimes the greatest strength is found in surrendering to a power far greater than our own. And the most profound miracles are born from a simple, unwavering belief. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that inspires and uplifts. We'll see you in the next video.